Yeah. Motherfucker wonder why the fuck I hustle, man. I got 13 motherfucking kids. You know what I'm saying? Don't spend on child support since 91, motherfucker. I ain't paid nothing, you hear me? But I'm still doing my motherfucking kid, but now I can't get no credit for it. And Skeet, if you wonder what the fuck I'm hustling for, nigga, I do it cause I gotta do it, nigga. Fuck wrong with this in it, get it in due time, be exposed. I enter and cried it, but we all about it, that's why we rose. Out of the gutter, but it's still up in me, can't take it back. So they watching my every move, thinking he black, he fuck with crack. I mean, I'm a little gutter, done sold that butter to make it fly. Back then we were all legal, and even now Kelly thought he could fly. Facing the nigga cry at them days, I can't forget. But the niggas I hung with are all in prison, ain't that a bitch? Should have did 7 for trafficking in Michigan. Stan got possession with no confession, he in again. Blue cheese and mac, and he move black hard to sell a crack. Maybe they free, but one more move and they going back. My people are never free. Had my hood pissed in a cup. For the ones that don't, like it in they don't give a fuck. They tearing us down, but my people too blind to see. So I'm asking you, Lord, please let me rest in my people free. Tell him I got to do what I got to. Tell him I got to do what I got to. Tell him I got to do what I got to. Tell him I got to do what I got to. Tell him I got to do what I got to. Tell him I got to do what I got to. Tell him I got to do what I got to. Tell him I got to. When you see him, I got to.
Zip locking and rapping, might put my hands in some milk. Can't let my snow burner sell it, cause she might try it herself. I'm hands on in the street, cause it's supply and demand. I see more bread in the bakery, but I don't serve hand in hand. Secret indictments ain't happening, cause I ain't trusting nobody. Can't even come in my presence with a camera phone in your pocket. I make magic with water, some B12 in a stove, and what they had round the corner ain't even selling no more. This cocaine epidemic might send a nigga to prison like fiends, I'm itching to get it. Risk game is ridiculous. Prescription pill for the roller, crack rock for the smokers. I smoke that grass to stay focused and watch the digit pile over. A bulldozer can move everything I got in a day. Now Frank Lucas, Lil Pookie tryna put some food on my plate. I operate our 6 houses with secret drops in the flow. Ski never getting the trace, he never finding the dope. Now tell him.
Tell him I got to do what I got to. Tell him I got to do what I got to. Tell him I got to do what I got to. Tell him I got to do what I got to. Tell him I got to do what I got to. Tell him I got to do what I got to. Tell him I got to do what I got to. Tell him I got to. When you see him, I got to. Of course I'm the prophet. Invest in me, it'll be hard to stop it. My career is a rocket. What would you think when it caught out the socket? Now I'm the object, cause you witness one killer verse. My verses stay gutter, plus I'm a gangster with no rehearse. Know what's worse, got a team to spit it ridiculous. Wanna spit these on beats, that's no being the wickedest. But mom couldn't fit the shit, just one verse about your house and car. Now I can be proud of church, tell him, girl, my son the star. To the streets, I'm an antidote, splitting hair like a cantaloupe. You ain't heard of my animal, buying coke off banana boat. It's nothing but animal, sick and tired of you coochie cat. Claiming a set, but all the time you ain't true to that. I murder you new to that. If I'm lying, show you the fact. It's Mr. 100, so recognize the Hoover back. I'm walking you through the track where these niggas don't give a fuck. You say you ain't going, where these niggas ain't heard of us. These young cats is ludicrous and you don't know who to trust. I'm telling you, homie, you're terrified, say you with us. These young cats is ludicrous and you don't know who to trust. I'm telling you, homie, you're terrified, say you with us.
Couple stacks was cool, but now I want me a meal. Can see myself screaming, ducking, hustling and swimming in bills. Moolah calling my name, I gotta get to the track. My destiny is fulfilled, I'm moving pack after pack. Matter of fact, I got fish scale. One sniff make your eyes swell. Certify all my customers, cause I be pleasing my clientele. Inhaling the weed, smoking out like a steamboat. Scorpions on the route, 3 cuts and still the dope fiends grow. Straight drop out the Pyrex, I ain't never retiring. Got a business to run, that's how true hustlers define that residue off a building block. I score BML style, apartment complex, strapped with security around the house.